The Green Bay Packers have emerged from the recent free agency period and the draft in a position that many fans are hopeful will translate into a Super Bowl run. After a disheartening playoff exit at the hands of the Chicago Bears, the front office, led by Brian Gutekunst, has been proactive in addressing two glaring weaknesses on the roster: defensive tackle and cornerback. This isn't just a move to patch up deficiencies. It's a strategic push to fortify the team for a deep playoff push. Gutekunst kicked off the offseason by securing defensive tackle Javon Hargrave and cornerback Benjamin St-Juste in free agency, followed by drafting cornerback Brandon Cisse and defensive tackle Chris McClellan with his initial picks. Gutekunst himself acknowledged the nature of roster management when he remarked, "To be honest, I don't know if I ever feel like I've checked every box because I don't know if anything's ever complete." This sentiment rings true as we look ahead to the regular season, which is just a few months away. However, the job is far from finished, and there are several positions that could still benefit from some reinforcements. One area that stands out is the need for a reliable number 2 running back. Josh Jacobs, tough as nails, managed to miss just one game last season, but he dealt with a knee injury that lingered throughout the year. While Jacobs remains a powerhouse, concerns about his long-term durability linger, particularly given his workload over the years, averaging over 300 touches per season during his career. The departure of Emanuel Wilson, who contributed significantly with 140 combined rushes and receptions last season before signing with Seattle, leaves a gap that needs filling. The only offseason addition so far to the running back room is Jayden Nixon, an undrafted free agent from Central Florida. While Nixon may be undersized by the Packers' standards, he has shown promise with his ability to make big plays. But the question remains, if Jacobs were to go down, could any of the current crop, Chris Brooks, Marshawn Lloyd, Pierre Strong, Damian Martinez, or Nixon, step up and help secure a couple of wins? Brooks has proven himself as a reliable pass protector, but has limited experience running the ball. Meanwhile, Lloyd has struggled with injuries, and Martinez, a late-season addition from Seattle, may be the most likely to seize the opportunity. The front office should keep an eye on potential trade options, such as Antonio Gibson or Trey Benson, as viable alternatives if the current roster cannot rise to the occasion. The Packers also find themselves in need of a gritty tight end. Gutekunst made it clear that this was a priority after the draft, but the unfortunate news of Wake Forest Eni Falai failing a physical means the team is left with only R.J. Maryland from SMU, who is more of a speedy receiving option than a traditional blocking tight end. Falai, if healthy, could have filled that tough-nosed role well, as he demonstrated strong capabilities in the run game during his college tenure. With John Fitzpatrick recovering from a torn Achilles, the front office might need to explore the free agent market, where a veteran like Marcedes Lewis could provide the necessary blocking prowess. Another area for improvement is the offensive line. Currently, Darian Kinnard is the only established depth behind the starting 5. The development of younger players will be crucial as they prepare for what could be a physically demanding season. Jacob Monk, who started his first game late last season, showed promise, and there's hope that Donovan Jennings and John Williams can step up despite limited experience. The recent selection of Jaeger Burton, who is versatile enough to play both center and guard, adds depth, but it's clear that the line's success hinges on the growth and health of these young talents. When it comes to backup quarterback options, the Packers are navigating a landscape that feels much more grounded in reality than in past seasons. While the acquisition of Malik Willis for minimal cost turned heads last year, the current backup pool, including Desmond Ridder, Kyle McCord, and Kieran Drones, offers some quality choices. Ridder, with a handful of starts under his belt, could be a solid option if the need arises. While the Packers' starting 22 presents a strong outlook, there are still lingering questions. The left tackle position, manned by Jordan Morgan, is a potential concern, as is the overall consistency of the offensive line. The loss of promising receiver Romeo Dew and Dontavian Wicks could actually provide opportunities for younger players to step up. The influx of new cornerbacks gives the defense much-needed flexibility and depth that was sorely lacking last season. Gutekunst has a history of making moves beyond just the draft and free agency, and it wouldn't be surprising to see him explore trades for veterans who can contribute. Coach Matt LaFleur echoed this sentiment, stating, "We're certainly not out of the trade market ever." So, We're always looking at different ways that we can add value to our football team. As we dissect the moves and potential moves ahead, one thing is clear. The Packers are gearing up for what could be a pivotal season. The foundation is there, but will the team rise to the occasion? Only time will tell, but you can bet fans are eager to see how this roster evolves in the coming months.
Rookie minicamp is officially underway, and the Green Bay Packers are making waves with some unexpected moves. The excitement is palpable as fans get a look at the latest additions to the roster following last week's NFL draft. Among the familiar names participating in camp, we see the likes of Brandon Cisse, Chris McClellan, and Danny Dennison. But what really raises eyebrows is the presence of veteran receiver Chase Claypool, who is vying for a spot on the offseason roster. It's intriguing that the Packers opted not to draft a wide receiver this year, especially when they still have a relatively deep pool of talent at the position. With Christian Watson and Jayden Reed firmly in their plans for the future, alongside 2023 draft picks Savion Williams and Matthew Golden, the competition is fierce. Sky Moore is also expected to secure a spot as the team's return man, which could complicate Claypool's chances of making the team. Despite a promising start to his career in Pittsburgh, where he racked up impressive stats, Claypool seems to be in a precarious position. Claypool's journey has had its ups and downs. He burst onto the scene as a rookie, catching 62 passes for 873 yards and 9 touchdowns. He followed that with another solid year, but things took a turn when he was traded to Chicago. The Bears hoped to pair him with their franchise quarterback, Justin Fields, in a move that was supposed to signal a new era. Instead, it turned into a disaster, with Claypool struggling to find his footing and finishing the season with just 18 catches and a single touchdown. The Packers were reportedly interested in acquiring Claypool back then, even offering a second-round pick to the Steelers. However, the Steelers chose to trade him to the Bears instead, a decision that now looks questionable. The Steelers clearly hit the jackpot, as they ended up with a higher draft pick due to Chicago's struggles in 2022. Claypool's time in Chicago was marred by lackluster performances, leading to yet another trade to the Miami Dolphins, where he caught only 4 passes over 9 games. Now, after a year on the sidelines due to injury, Claypool finds himself back in the spotlight at Packers' rookie minicamp. He has expressed a renewed sense of purpose, stating that signing with Buffalo last year allowed him to regain his form and confidence. With the opportunity to showcase his skills during this tryout, he is hoping to earn a spot on the roster and prove that he still has what it takes to be an impactful player in the league. But it's not just Claypool who's making headlines. The Packers are also busy working on signing their draft class. They've successfully locked in Chris McClellan, Danny Dennison, Yeager Burton, Domani Jackson, and Trace Mack, leaving only Brandon Cisse yet to ink his deal. It's worth keeping an eye on this situation, as the signing process for rookies can sometimes take longer than expected. As they look to the future, the Packers also face questions at the quarterback position. With Malik Willis leaving for Miami, the team is on the hunt for a reliable backup. Desmond Ridder and Kyle McCord are currently the frontrunners, with Ridder expected to be the early favorite due to his past experience. Head coach Matt LaFleur acknowledged the importance of having players with regular season experience, emphasizing that performance will ultimately determine who secures the job. Rookie camp is set to have a familial atmosphere this weekend as well, with Josh Jacobs' brother, Isaiah Jacobs, trying out for the team. His presence adds a unique element to the camp, as he reflects on their shared childhood experiences and the bond they've maintained through their football journeys. As rookie minicamp unfolds in Green Bay, the developments are numerous and exciting. With players like Claypool fighting for a chance and the team busy locking up their draft picks, there's plenty to watch and discuss. What are your thoughts on the Packers' moves so far? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments as we dive into the next segment. As we delve into the final segment of today's coverage, it's time to examine the intriguing developments from the Green Bay Packers rookie minicamp. The spotlight is on Chase Claypool, a name that rings bells for many fans, especially considering what he could bring to the Packers offense. So, where are you watching from? Let us know and share your thoughts on this potential addition. Claypool, a second-round pick in 2020 by the Pittsburgh Steelers, is trying to make a comeback after a challenging couple seasons. Standing at an impressive 6'4" and weighing in at around 238 pounds, along with a dazzling 4.42 speed, he certainly has the physical attributes that could make him a game-changer. Coach Matt LaFleur expressed his optimism after a practice session filled with drills and 11-on-11 work, noting, "You guys saw him, right? Certainly, he had great film out there. He's been productive, and he looks like he's in great shape." The numbers speak for themselves. Claypool had a stellar rookie season with 62 receptions for 873 yards and 9 touchdowns, followed by another solid year with 59 catches and 860 yards in 2021. However, after being traded to the Chicago Bears midseason in 2022, his journey took a downturn. The Packers, who had shown interest in him, watched as he became a non-factor in Chicago, and his struggles continued into 2023 with the Miami Dolphins, where he caught just 4 passes for 26 yards over 9 games. Despite the setbacks, the potential is still there. His college career was nothing short of impressive, racking up 1,037 yards and 13 touchdowns in his senior season at Notre Dame. What's intriguing is his backstory. Claypool, originally from Abbotsford, British Columbia, transitioned from baseball and hockey to football at just 8 years old, defying the odds to secure a Division I offer thanks to the attention of then Notre Dame coach Brian Kelly. Claypool is not alone at the minicamp. He was among 9 players trying out, with most being undrafted rookies. One of those is Bauman, a left-handed quarterback who threw for over 9,200 yards in his college career. Bauman expressed confidence in his abilities, stating, "I feel like I've earned the right to have the opportunity." His performances could prove crucial as he tries to make his mark, especially being a 2-year captain with a strong winning record. Then there's Jacobs, who happens to be the brother of star running back Josh Jacobs. Coach LaFleur remarked on the striking resemblance between the two, which could add another layer of intrigue to the roster competition. As we wrap up this segment, the question remains, will Claypool regain his form and become a key asset for the Packers? The team needs a reliable receiver, and with the right mindset and performance, he could certainly fill that void. The stakes are high and the competition fierce, but that's what makes the NFL offseason so exhilarating. Remember, fans, this is the time to weigh in with your opinions. What do you think about the prospects of Claypool joining the Packers? As the team shapes its future, every voice matters. Don't forget to subscribe and keep the conversation going about all things Green Bay Packers.